Well, hello there, social media family. Being of any, did you say something, Ed? I was meaning to, Johnny. Well, go ahead. Here's Johnny. Thank you, Ed. Don't mention it. Now, where was I at? Oh, well, hello there, social media family. Being of any persons among yourselves or subscribers and or visitors alike, being of whom are affiliated or associated with and represent my own YouTube social media channel and our chat room. How are y'all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay, if not better yet to be said, and I'll stay for the record all right. But not best of all to be expressive a line of thought, whereas anybody could lay claim to having become or to being of a status, whereas you or whoever, you yourselves or family members and friends, and me and mine for that matter, can say, that I feel blessed than stressed, more blessed than stressed, or too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. And moving right along. Again, I myself personally, I've had to go to the hospital at least few times already. And as I have become subject to experiencing some or such rather relentless general health issues, being of a case, situation upon the conditions, rather extenuating circumstances, and may have to pay a visit, just another routine visit to another local vicinity area, the local vicinity area neighborhood community medical facility of a hospital, regardless of whether it would be public or private. And then not just practically, but possibly have to do follow up at a clinic of a medical establishment facility in its own right that could possibly be affiliated associated with and representing the same of the said in question of the form prior mentioned. But hopefully not in time too soon enough again, where it's like lately I've been making a hospital for wherever, and I go to different ones, like say, like it's a home away from home. And as I suspect that my most recent general physical medical health issues could possibly be the results of developments of foul play coming from the likes of the main neighbor from down here being of a local drug pusher, of a black male individual person of character. Come think of it, I had seen him just the other day, and he was speaking to me, and I'm like, please don't even go there, just leave me alone. You don't have to say anything to me, And I'm suspecting that he has something to do with my most recent battles with general physical health issues. I'm not trying to buy your drugs, okay, to relieve anything. If I want to, get better, I go to a licensed pharmacist, as well as a licensed physician. And that ship has sailed, You burned your bridges the first time you had got to, picking at me for no reason at all. Yeah, that ship has sailed like the Titanic or Lusitania. So don't try to work an angle where you hope to establish some kind, sort of type of social environment or relationship with me, that being of a social environment relationship otherwise, after you have attempted to put me through a living damn hell for the longest, and whereas you could possibly be the cause of the way I'm feeling now with symptoms of general physical health issues, of ailments or maladies. illnesses of a physical nature. So don't even try it, don't even think it. And not that that is supposed to be what I wish to discuss as of the present moment in time. A topic of discussion, a subject matter to be debated, or of a given argument with many different views and opinions to be affiliated, associated with, and representing some as such thereof. But anything, if anything, I have something else I wish to speak upon. And regardless of how I'm feeling at the moment, so be thankful that I have it in my mind to produce this present social media broadcast of video content, because I really just want to just lay down and try to rest up and take whatever home remedies, over-the-counter drugs, or medical prescriptions if I have any left, or maybe I have to get some more, for the last mention, depending on whatever I'm taking some such other for, and hopefully I don't have to, do home remedies, over-the-counter drugs, and get medical prescriptions for some such other. Like it said in the very beginning, I may have to pay another visit to a local vicinity area neighborhood community hospital soon enough again, regardless of whether it's public or private, for the symptoms I have become subject to experiencing now. And as I suspect, foul play is involved, coming from this main neighbor from down here. The one that has attempted to make my life a living down here for the longest. Attempting to drive me completely bonkers, or attempting to steal my peace of mind as well as threatening my life every time you look, whereas I'm having to call the police upon him each and every time that he has done as he did, And from that is, with all this different twosome power plays of a criminal nature, and like say from following me into the business office of management, real estate administrative representative personnel, whereas all I'm going in there for is to try to renew my apartment rental lease, and whereas I'm having misgivings about doing some or such, being that because of him, to at one time or another, he's sitting on a stoop outside the building, attempting to spook me, attempting to, steal my peace of mind, drive me completely bonkers, as well as threatening my life. I had to call the police on him for that, to he himself, darn near riding his bicycle, bike to simply say, into me, nearly hit me with just a couple few inches from my physical body as he rolled up behind me and then rolled alongside of me, didn't bother to say excuse me. So they told me that he was vindictive about it, did it on purpose, and I had to call the police on him for that one hate crime of a criminal offense incident in his own right. To at one time or another, he himself is running down the sidewalk in back of me. He waits till I leave the building and pull that crap with one hand in his coat or jacket pocket, regardless of what season of the year that was. It was for a cold winter season or hot summer season like what we have now, And was I going to catch a train route for the local mass transit of a public transportation system with all of this many different bus and train routes, and or for the train station right across the street from the building where the both of us are at as neighbors, residents or tenants paying annual monthly rent, utilities, etc. And which he himself is just, a couple few apartment doors down from me upon the same floor level in the building here at this given address location. And whereas after he ran behind me, I'm having to take a detour, change my mind, and catch a bus much rather than stairs. So I called the police on him for that. Yeah, some such to give him on time. And anyway, though, last but not least, whereas I'm coming back from a hospital, and he's in the front entrance and exit way of the building, and I'm feeling sick as a dog, and I decided to take a detour because I didn't want to encounter his person for obvious reasons or purpose for my person having said so on stage for the record. Being a wish to prove that become to be a no-brainer, as in self-explanatory. And here it is. He must have ran from the front entrance and exit way of the building because as I'm entering into the building via the back way, and there's like one or two back doors to the building that he goes in and out of more than the other one, and mainly or most of the one next to my own apartment door. And then because the lock mechanism is kind of messed up and needs repairs, so he would prop something in between the door and the border and make sure he can come and go as he pleased or get in as easily as he could possibly think to do so with the other back door to the building. And I barely made it into my apartment, closed and locked my apartment door. He's standing outside of it, cussing, swearing, threatening my life and all. And whereas I just managed to get off a emergency telephone call to the police, although my cell phone was dying at the same time, I'm charging it up, recharging it, you know. Yeah. And where she was misbehaving like he himself is practically, if not possibly, upon the verge of kicking my apartment door in. And ever since then, I had got a backup cell phone, an active backup cell phone for obvious reasons or purposes. In the event of a life crisis, and so much for that conversation, dialogue. And not that this present social media broadcast video content is supposed to be about him, but I was just saying, stating for the record, for something I said for the last minute and do regarding reference to, that is how you all should appreciate how I'm going all out my way to produce this here present social media broadcast and video content for your person, because I'm really feeling kind of sick as a dog and I really didn't feel like doing it. I'm more like force myself to do it if it don't come naturally for me to do just that, to produce this here and move right along. So the original subject matter or topic of discussion to be debated or given argument with many different views and opinions to be affiliated, associated with, and representing some such thereof is regarding making reference to how there was supposed to have been some kind of drive-by for a place of business at this location where I myself personally frequently, patronize, be it that I would have shopped there or, unfortunately, gamble there, as this place of business of a store not only has its own gas station, but it has from gambling that's from the video gambling machines to the lottery ticket machines upon its premises and properties, And whereas I'm hearing it that somebody had did a drive-by there most recently. It was in the news, And I'm like saying, that's crazy and late at night. And I could have been there at some such given moment time and could have come so close to catching one of those ricochets. And whereas this place of business is not that far from where I'm at, and whereas it's in a vicinity neighborhood community that's not any better than where I'm at, paying annual monthly rent, utilities, etc., and being harassed, intimidated, or persecuted, or terrorized and traumatized, or bullied by certain neighbors, otherwise being the likes of the proverbial neighbors from down hell, public nuisances, problem neighbors who attempt to make other neighbors' lives living down hell, like the main one that I mentioned earlier. So I'm hearing that there was a drive-by there and somebody got shot up. I heard this in the local news, and then I just remembered the address location that was given. I was saying, "Oh, that's not that far from where I live, and it's one of those stores that I frequent on a fairly usual regular basis. Y'all shopping there, or unfortunately gambling there? I got to give up gambling. I mean, it could become hazardous to your health if you're out there in the streets at night, knowing that you should be back at your place calling night and something like that happened. But anyway, the victim got shot up quite a bit. If I'm not mistaken, I think he survived. unless he himself is dead now. I don't remember. I think if I do recall correctly, not that I would be meaning to spread any fake news, then have YouTube administrative representative personnel reprimand me, But then the strike to my own YouTube social media channel should have been lifted now because this is the month for it to have been to be lifted for the last of August, 2024. You know, yeah, it's the 28th day now for this being of the 8th month. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Got 4 more months before this year is out. So anyway, this guy, a fella, got shot up by by this other guy. Got shot 5 times, you know, and then the shooter had drove off, And here does my fool self go back to this store, the same store where the criminal incident happened. I go back there the next day, and guess who shows up? The mother of the victim that had gotten shot. And she was saying to one of the store owners, I wish to speak to the security guard and blah 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 blah. And whereas I'm gambling on machines there, and then a couple other gamblers were there gambling as well. And like she leaves the store and then they get to discussing matter and then like saying, you know what that's all about? That's all about money. She want to get some money. That's what that's about. She want to get some money for her son or grandson that got shot at this store. That's what that's about, Because she gave the store owner her phone number for the security guard whenever he shows up so that he could give it to him, I mean, wow. It's crazy out here. So it's not any it's not any safer here where I'm at, but as long as you have a working cell phone, so you can call the po, the big boss man, the boys in blue, especially if you have a certain neighbor threatening your life, man. It's all good in the hood, that's it. But anyway, that's what I had to share with you all for now. You all take care and be safe. And if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I would hope that you would think of it with mind's intentions to spend quality time with God as He is, to consider what He Himself had done as He did upon the cross of Calvary, permit Himself to be sacrificed as the Lamb of God to take away the sins of the world, to fulfill biblical prophecy, to restore that breach between mankind or humankind and Himself as God that had come in human flesh like the best alien from outer space, I believe that the extraterrestrials are only angels and demons. Whereas if any of us were to profess some of such faith in them, from there we would become and be blessed in one regard or another. More ways, more. First and foremost, with His salvation, then which is the only fire insurance against electrified damn hell. I don't care what Oprah Winfrey anybody else said. And second of all, we would be blessed with His deliverance. But first, you have got to get His salvation. Otherwise, you have nothing coming. If you make that transition for the great beyond and hereafter, and you don't have it, then your final destination would be the lake of fire, damn hell, to be tortured and terrorized by the devil and demons, burned forever, compared to how we as believers in God will be across the great divide that separates heaven from hell. In the company of like-minded believers in the present God and things, and even so be blessed down here upon planet earth. Hopefully we become be a blessing unto others. You all take care. We out. Peace.